Guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and hello, Miss Bird. I hope you are doing well. It's so good to see you. And a lot of you may know that Tesla released their earnings today, and I told you all that I'd come in and give a quick update on it. As soon as I saw what was going on, I had a chance to think about it. And so, anyway, as you come in, could you please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, give me a quick yes in the chat to let me know you can see me. Because I want to make sure that I'm coming through okay. I've got the new studio set up, and I don't know if my mic's always working the way it's supposed to. So I could use your help and give me a quick yes in the chat if you can hear me. All right, so Tesla released their earnings this week, and I don't know how many of you are Tesla stockholders or not, but I'm a shareholder in the company, and so I was very curious to see what was going to occur. So basically what happened was that the stock shot up. If you look up Tesla stock right now, you'll see that there's a little bit of an uptick in the stock. And I can pretty much tell you why the uptick occurred, because it's going to confuse you a little bit, because because the company actually released a pretty crappy earnings report. It got really ugly. And so with Musk coming out and announcing his earnings, a lot of people were looking forward to seeing what was going to happen, because they pretty much have been very disappointed in the company. They did not have high expectations for Tesla stock. They pretty much expected the numbers to be ugly and messy. And so basically a few things that happened are, one, there was a big decline in profit, about 71% decline year over year to $409 million. That's pretty massive. Revenue also fell 9% to $19.3 billion. It missed Wall Street expectations. So this would lead us to expect that the stock price would get absolutely pummeled. Like the sensation or the belief was that Elon was off just, tricking away the company, removing any possibility that they were ever going to be able to get back to their former glory, and disappointing a lot of shareholders. Even Dan Ives, who was a big Tesla bull, was saying that Musk needs to step down from his position. So here you had a company, number one, they were expected to lose money, which they did. Number two, they didn't even meet the expectations that were there, which is even more concerning. 21.4 billion was what was expected, despite the low expectations, and they actually came back with 19.3 billion. It's kind of funny when you can make $19 billion and still disappoint your shareholders. Also, there was a drop in vehicle deliveries. Vehicle deliveries for Tesla declined by 13%, which was compared to the same quarter last year. They had 336,000 units that they delivered this year. That is a 13% drop. Also, the analysts have pretty much been looking at Elon Musk's involvement in Doge and the government, and they pretty much just felt like this is just silly. Like, why are you doing this? You're really ruining the reputation of your company, and you're ruining the money. And then on top of that, there was the Cybertruck recall. They've had to recall 46,000 Cybertrucks, which is nearly all that have been sold. So not only were Cybertruck sales disappointing, but they had to recall all the trucks, which is just, that's got to be just frustrating as hell for Musk. And so basically the company was, it just didn't make a good showing relative to what was expected. Now, here's what's crazy. If I was to show you the Tesla stock price, you wouldn't believe me. I'm gonna actually pull it up and see if I can bring it up on the screen, because you won't believe it. You're gonna really be like, wait a minute, Dr. Boyce, this doesn't make sense. How's the stock price look like this when the company's earnings were so bad? Check this out. Can y'all see that? Let me know if you can see that on your screen. These are Tesla's. This is Tesla's stock price today. So I'm gonna pull this up, and you see here. Here, two things I want to bring to your attention. I'm going to make this big. Hopefully you can see it. Give me a yes if you can see that on the screen. So you can see here that the price at $237.97, not only was the stock price going up all day, that was one thing. It was going up all day long. So Tesla shareholders were making money all day long. But even after hours, it kept going up. After hours, it kept shooting up even higher, which is even more shocking given the disappointing earnings announcement and the fact that they didn't even meet the low expectations that were set to begin with. What does that mean? What's happening here? Well, what's happening here is one thing. There was one thing that Musk said during his earnings conversation that changed everything, and that was his announcement that he's going to step down from some of his role in the government in May. That basically in May, Musk has said that he's going to step away to some extent and focus on the company. That right there was enough to create billions of dollars in economic value. I mean, really, if you look at this, let me see the Tesla stock price shot up by by quite a lot. Let's see here. What is this? 4.6% today. So let's say 5, 6, 7%, whatever, right? And you're talking about a company that has a market cap of 745 billion. So let's see, 1% of that is $7 billion. So every percentage point it goes up, that's another $7.5 billion in economic value added. So if you assume that the total increase in the price, and I can actually give you that in a minute. I got this right here in front of me. Let's see here. It's gone up a total, let's say 10%. So 10% of 750 billion is $75 billion. So literally him making that one announcement, and they call this guidance. Guidance is when you tell the investors what's on the horizon for the company. Just him simply saying, just giving guidance to say, hey, I'm going to stop doing this Doge stuff and start focusing on the company. Daddy's coming home. That right there was enough to create $75 billion out of the sky. How crazy is that? This is, if you ever wonder if rich people have an advantage, that's one of the advantages. When you have influence over the government and that much money, and you have a big platform, you can move markets just with your words. And that's what Musk pretty much did. He moved that price with his words. Now, the question that remains is, how true are those words? Is the world going to forgive him for spending all this time focused on government instead of focusing on his company? The reason I'm a Tesla investor is because long term, I believe in their vision of robots and robo-taxis and driverless cars. I believe that that's going to kick in. I also believe they're going to make some big announcements this summer. I also believe that the market has overreacted to his political involvement. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. I just don't. I'm sorry. And I just like the company for those reasons, because I think they have some unique advantages that others don't have. So that's pretty much what's been going on with Tesla stock. So a lot of people are saying you should sell your Tesla stock. I'm not really believing that. If you bought some, then you might have even made some money. Remember that just because the stock price is down, that doesn't mean everybody lost money. Some people made money on Tesla stock. People that bought late made a ton of money, and that's what it was. So anyway, by the way, guys, I have a book out. It's called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. If you'd like to get a copy, you can go to 10commandments.boycewatkins.com, and you can actually get an autographed copy for a big discount. It's a great book. I think you guys will like it, and it's an Amazon bestseller. And I'm super proud of that. So feel free to go get discounted autograph copies, and you can even resell them if you want to. Some of you are affiliates, and you buy the books from me, and you buy them cheap, and you resell them, and I autograph every single one of them for you. In fact, I could show you a big stack of books that I have right over here that literally I have hundreds and hundreds of books stacked up that I've signed, and I'll sign the book for you and send it right to your house. In fact, we have a family business. Our 17-year-old ships out all the books that everybody gets. And so you can take these books and you can use them as part of your business. So I don't just want to support you and give you financial knowledge. I want to go into business with you so that you can have money in your pocket. That's the goal. I want to see more money in your pocket. So feel free to go to 10commandments.boycewatkins.com, and you can get discount copies. And if you want to be a Black Wealth ambassador and get discounts on our flashcards for kids, workbooks, etc., you can text the word wealth to the number 87948. So just text the word wealth to 87948, and I'll send you some special discount codes so you can get a discount on future books and products from the Black Business School. All right, now here, in terms of Tesla, a few other things. Basically, the options market is anticipating a significant amount of volatility going forward with Tesla. A lot of this will come down to whether or not Elon Musk keeps his promises. I don't know if he will or not. You may like him, you may not. But I don't know. Just because he says he's going to do it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen that way. Also, I'm kind of looking for the rubber to meet the road. I'm looking for something big to happen with the company. I'm looking for them to make big announcements that will shift the narrative of their company, that will shift the attention away. There have been many people who said basically in 20 or 30 years, everybody will have a robot. Nobody's going to drive a car. In 20 to 30 years, they said everyone will have a robot. Nobody's going to drive a car. That can be considered old fashioned. It'll be almost seen like riding a horse in the middle of the street or something. Like they'll say nobody drives their own car anymore. What are you doing? Right. So effectively, if this future does come to pass, Musk is one of the few corporate industrial level companies that is capable of preparing for that future. There are some companies out there that can do driverless cars, though, like Waymo, which is a segment of Google. They're actually doing quite well in that space. But generally, this guy Musk, you like him or not, he's really prepared to do some damage economically if his vision of the future comes to pass. All right. So anyway, I didn't want to bother you guys too much. I just wanted to hit you up and pretty much just talk to you guys about what was going on with Tesla stock. Also, as you know, we have a stock market class in the Black Business School, drboystockmarket.com, if you'd like to join there and take a look at that. And in addition to that, here's something that you can have for free from the Black Business School. We have these private wealth guides for those of you that have a higher net worth, those of you that are trying to figure out how to make the next move. Maybe you already understand how to invest. Maybe you've got some assets that you're trying to allocate. Feel free to go to drboycefinance.com, drboycefinance.com. You can get a private wealth guide and just take a look at what rich people do in order to protect their wealth and grow their wealth. And that's something that you are invited or welcome to pick up from us in the Black Business School so we can support you in your whatever your goals are. So drboycefinance.com is the website. All right, guys. Well, have a great day. God bless you. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out if you can. I will check back in with you a little bit later. And and in fact, actually, you know what? We did something earlier. I did something earlier with Jeff Lightsey Jr. and we were talking about this stuff going on with Shannon Sharpe. I don't know if y'all been following this. It's honestly a little bit funny. And actually I can show you, like, so Shannon's apparently in this crazy financial entanglement with this OnlyFans model who is young enough to be his granddaughter. And that is believe it or not, that is a massive wealth lesson because, you know, when you're that age and you got so much to lose, you got to be really careful about being around people that have nothing to lose. And I'm not saying that Shannon's innocent or guilty. You can decide that. I guess the evidence will point to all that. But ultimately, I was really surprised that he was in this situation. And what's also interesting is, as you guys know, we have the first ever Black financial therapy department in the Black Business School. And one thing that I've always said is that we all need therapy for things that happen to us in our childhood. And so if you want to understand a little bit about Shannon Sharpe and his relationship choices, which relationships will impact your money, just look at this. He had to offer, he's already, did y'all see this? Let me know if y'all saw this. He has already offered $10 million to this lady, at least according to most media outlets. That he's already offered her $10 million. So I was like, well, why'd you offer her $10 million? That's a lot of money for you know, a person that got nothing to hide, right? And so anyway, your relationships can be very costly. And if you don't get the healing you need to pick healthy relationships, then that will cost you financially. So one of the things that my wife could probably speak to on a better level than me is attachment theory. And if you look at Shannon Sharpe's history as a child, he grew up with his grandmother. And I think the reason he grew up with his grandmother is because his parents were incapable of taking care of him. He was a poor guy. He lost his father when he was 8 years old to lung cancer, if I'm not mistaken. And his mother, there's not much mention of his mother. And what a lot of therapists might say is that those experiences, particularly with your mother, your opposite sex parent, will impact your relationships as you get older. And so you see this connection with his childhood experience and then what he's dealing with right now, stuff that I just don't feel like he should have to deal with, to be honest with you. It makes you really think about whether or not we sometimes lose wealth because we are incapable of making the kinds of healthy relationship choices that will preserve our wealth, right? Wealth needs to be preserved, needs to be protected. And that means, and that's whether you're protecting it from stock market volatility or you're protecting it from an OnlyFans model who you feel might extort you or something. But again, I'm not assuming Shannon Sharpe's being extorted, but I'm not assuming he's guilty either because we know that there's a long history of Black men being accused of things they did not do. So anyway, I did a conversation about this with Jeff Lightsey Jr. You can go to drboycetv.com and take a look. And, you know, and it's there's a lot of wealth implications in this because money's all over the place. If you take money out of this equation, then you don't really have a conversation. You don't have a story. It wouldn't make the media. This is all about the money. So be careful out there. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. All right, guys. Well, anyway, have a good day. God bless you. And hope to see you tomorrow in our economic elevation training. We meet every single morning. You can go to drboyceelevate.com if you want to sign up and get connected with us on a deeper level. I'm a finance professor, and that's what I do. My PhD's in this stuff, so I'd love to talk to you about your economics. And as far as the Shannon Sharpe stuff, I will be paying attention because he's a Black man like me. And also, I do have a concern about culture and how bad culture can harm your wealth if you aren't trained to sort of be thoughtful about the situations that you end up in. So anyway, take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Peace.